on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down.
Well, I got you. You think it was a Wednesday show? It's not a Wednesday show.
Join us in the heart
show.
of personal transformation with Level Up Circle TV, your exclusive gateway to unlocking your inner potential
ladies and
achieving extraordinary results. This TV show is your secret weapon for personal and professional development, packed with valuable insights, expert advice,
Amazon,
and real-life success stories.
Also
Are you ready to take the leap and transform your life? Don't just watch, participate. Tune in, take notes, and then take action. The journey to your greatest self
and our mission
starts
is to
here.
level up the world
So,
with
get
education.
Inspired, get motivated, and get ready to
Speaking
level
of education,
up. Join
we
us
are
and let's embark on this transformative adventure
You're
together.
like, CJ, geez,
Click that
this book
remote
just keeps
and
coming
let's
up on
start
whatever.
making
I'm like,
your
yeah,
dreams
it's
a
not gonna
reality.
stop. We're going to keep going, take over the world. That's what we're doing, right? It's because we want to make sure that our messages is on every single people's ears. It's 8 billion people, so guess what? We're gonna try. We're gonna die trying, okay? We're not gonna stop, and we're gonna keep going with our messages, because think about yourself, right? Yourselves have many, many stories, and you're only allowed to give a snippet of it. 15 to 3,000 words. That's it. So what do? We continue to write an anthology. Now, for this anthology, Beyond Boundaries, it came out on March 10th. But Susannah, Dawn, and I, my partner in crime, we are going to be publishing hybrid for you. There's a lot of publisher out there. Obviously, they're all amazing people. And what we do that we can help you with publishing is not just editing. And you're probably wondering, well, I've already edited. That's nice. But we have to make sure that the way we edit, the way maybe we can position yourself, right, is to make sure that we can market you. Because most of the books that's out there, there's thousands of books, hundreds of books. How do they make it to people's hands? It's through marketing. Right? We can't market it if we haven't seen it or read it. And so we make suggestions. We do not, and I absolutely capitalize if I could type this, do not change your words, thoughts, messages. We make suggestions. At the end of the day, it is your book, your life, your money, your messages that's going to be out there. What we do is we enhance it. Just like my face, I got makeup just because I need to enhance it, right? That's how I'm feeling. It's not for anybody, but it's for me and myself and my brain, okay? But that's what we do with Beyond Boundaries. Now, with Beyond Boundaries, we're going to continue on, because my goal and my promise to the other 26 co-author, right? Authors, I should say, is to make sure that I can get a certificate for them. We're planting trees in Madagascar, and to give back to the environment. And someone actually asked me, CJ, why plant trees and whatever? I'm like, well, the location doesn't matter as much, but it's a funny story. And I shared it with my sisters this morning. I just like that movie, Madagascar. Like, we like to move it, right? I love that movie so much. So what I did is put it in Madagascar. And the reason behind me wanting to plant trees, it's because my family, my grandfather specifically, God rest his soul, and hopefully he's in a better place, of course. Hopefully he's watching. He used to be in the logging business and to make narrow woods and furnitures and amazing creativity. Problem is, back in the old days when they do logging, they cut trees and cut them and cut them and cut them and cut them and never plant them back. And you guys know that some trees are hundreds of years, right? Imagine going to Redwood City here in California and said, I'm just going to cut all the trees. Oh yeah, you'd be in trouble, right? It's because we want to protect. We need oxygen, people. Have you seen all the flooding going on in Dubai and everywhere else? Because there are no trees to protect, right? The people. We need trees for oxygen. We need trees to suck in all the water, right? All of that is good for you. So that's what we're doing with the book. We are socialpreneurs. We love to be entrepreneurs, but we also love to give back to our society because we are heart-centered and community-driven. Not just by saying it, we're doing it, right? That is Susannah, Dawn's, and I collaboration is we have social justice or social environments that we love to provide for our community. So, on top of that, you are helping us for every purchase of your book is that much closer to not only providing jobs to the farmers in Madagascar, but also, okay, helping the United Nations 5 goals on here. So that is what we're doing. Let me actually will share this information really quickly. Oh, I don't know why I clicked that one. I'm not sharing a video, guys. I'm going to try to share a PDF actually that I have created on what it's all about. Okay. So right here is the information to purchase our book. Our book is not in Amazon anymore. I pulled it out. It will be back in Amazon. And hopefully some of you guys have taken advantage of the pricing that was only solely for Amazon for a good week and a half. Now the pricing has gone up. It's because we are trying to buy trees for people. If you guys wanted to buy trees on your own, please go ahead and type this in, https://evertreeing.com.company.levelup or /levelup. And you can have Canada, Brazil, right? All of these trees that you can plant yourselves. This is the Atlantic forest tree in Brazil. Look at that tree. It's so amazing. And for every purchase of this book is helping farmers have jobs and also help our environment by planting trees. Those are more information. All of those trees below that you see, those are the places that eventually, crossing my finger, I will be helping add trees. Maybe this is going to be my lifetime goal. Madagascar is right there. If you guys don't know where it is, it's literally like where South Africa is. I put a little note in there. But that's what we want. Support a greener tomorrow because we want to make sure that our future generations will have that. Now, speaking of that, and I've seen this in our Dear Sisters live stream also, I want to take the time to show this to help our sister Danielle and her family. I'm not going to explain what's happening. It's not my business, but what I can tell you is that in our community, we help each other out, right? Right now, Danielle needs every single help that we can give her in terms of financial. Her husband has continued to have challenges health-wise. And, you know, when you're a breadwinner, you guys know all the male out there who's on my YouTube right now. If you're the breadwinner of the family and if you go down, you know what happens to your family, right? So this is what we're trying to do is help her as much as we can by just helping her getting food, things like that. I think it's set up from her friend's account to help her bring food for her family. She has 3 beautiful babies. Elise, Tita said hello. I love you. Hopefully you're listening. I think we're friends now. At first, she didn't want to look at me when I first met her, but now I think we're friends. Love you, Elise. All right, so that is what's happening. But also, I can't forget this. Hello. This is what we're actually doing May 1st, right? May 1st. And it depends on how many people are here tonight. We may or may not provide a freebie to our anthology on May 1st. There's ways that you can come in. People are asking me how much it is. It is $500. But if you use credit card, we do have the $10 credit card fee. If you don't have the full amount, we can accept the down payment of $205 through Stripe. And that is due on May 1st. And then May 17th, you can pay the rest of it. If you are a Hound member, ask Susannah Dawn for the magic coupon. You get $50 off. Only Susannah Dawn. I don't even have the coupon code, okay? Susannah Dawn has the coupon code, so you better ask her. And I'm not responsible for it. So you're, in terms of coupon, it might be like, love you guys. I don't know. But let's ask our dear sister for those coupon code, but you got to DM her. Also, if you have any questions with regards to, hey, what does moving beyond boxes, the journey to self-discovery mean? What does that mean? A lot of people ask us. And what I can tell you is that it means so many different ways for each and every one of you. The whole theme is that how you see yourself move beyond a box, like labeling ourselves or labeling by others, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Especially, it could make or break friendships. So we're going to dive into that. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Whoa. 1400 tonight. Woo! Okay, maybe we will do game. There's 1400 tonight. I haven't even had Susannah. What's going on here? Okay, so before I bring my sister in, I promise to give you tips on how to explore creative thinking for business owners. So I have 5 tips, okay? Because Sunday is dedicated to education, learning. First one is embrace diverse perspective. What do you mean by that? Diverse. I hear diversity all the time. Well, diversity is correct, right? What does that mean to the business world? It literally means different perspectives, different thoughts, different viewpoints, from culture to environment to whatever that you see yourselves in. We make decisions based on how comfortable we are with other people, right? And so diversity fuels innovation by combining different viewpoints. An example would be like a tech company holds a monthly innovation lab or meeting, and where employees from different departments share their ideas, right? I'm like, hey guys, I have this problem. Tell me. Now, if everyone was the same thing and they think of the same thing, how many solutions do you think you'll have for one problem? One, because you think of the same thing, right? Now, the quote for this one that I love is that diversity, it's the art of thinking independently, but together. Aha, that's Malcolm Forbes, by the way. Number 2 tips is implement collaborative brainstorming. Collaboration can lead to unexpected solutions, right? Example is a marketing firm uses regular think tank sessions. Sisters and I have think tank sessions too, but where teams brainstorm solutions to real or maybe hypothetical challenges, right? The quote for this is, alone, we can do so little, but together we can do so much. So much. That's why Susannah and I are together. We can do so much. Tip number 3, practice reverse engineering, right? Understand how things work. Take it apart, break it down, and put it back. And if you don't know how to put it back, just ping me and we'll both break it together and we'll both put it back, okay? Because understanding how things work, then innovate better, can help you innovate better solutions, right? And then sometimes also when you put it back, you're like, hey, this is the way to do it. Think about math, right? When you're out, when someone says, how do you get to 4? So many ways to get to 4, guys. 2 plus 2. 5 minus 1, right? 2 times 2. There's, because that's diverse perspective, different ways of doing it. Practice reverse engineering is tip number 3. Now, tip number 4, use design thinking. This method revolves around empathy with users. Keyword empathy. Defining the problems and then ideating solutions. Example for that is a furniture design company. They use design thinking to create ergonomic office chairs specifically for like remote workers, because we're sitting here 15 hours a day. Well, some of us, right? The quote for that is, design is not just what it looks like and feels like, but design is how it works. That's from Steve Jobs. Last tip, number 5, is leverage technology and tools. Leverage it, leverage it, leverage it. If you know who Kim is, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe only sister Danielle and sister Susannah know what I'm talking about. But digital tools can enhance creative processes, right? Example is online retailer store uses AI-driven data analytics to predict buying trends and also develop targeted marketing campaigns. If you are doing creative solutions, you could also ask AI to do that as your bouncing ideas buddy. The quote for that I like is, the best way to predict the future is to invent it, right? That is from Alan Key. So those are your 5 tips, guys. Embrace diverse perspectives, implement collaborative brainstorming, practice reverse engineering, use design thinking, and then, of course, leverage technology and tools. Now, speaking of creative thinking, tonight we're going to bring in our sister. This is more not of a... So that's more of the quantitative side of the tips. Now we're going to go on the qualitative side of the tips. And CJ, what are you talking about? Every time I'm talking, it's always about methodology, how you actually do strategy, how do you do business intelligence. That includes friendship, because those people and business partners and possible business partners, those people you introduce to each other can make or break your friendships, right? Because if you keep introducing people who are farmers and you're already a farmer, I'd be thinking, why are you introducing competition? Do you really know me? Do I want to hang out with you? Because I've been with you for 10 years and you're still not getting what's happening. Or if I'm on PR and you want to introduce the same exact people. But here's the thing about that, because that's a double-edged sword, because we could do marketing together, we could do PR together, but we're doing it differently, right? So that is the business side of that. How about the character traits? How about how you make people feel? Those are the qualitative things that we often don't see. And the best way to see is to bring in my sister. And here she is. Sister, are you ready? Yes.
Morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. Sitting here just looking at everybody that's popping up, and we know
We
that
don't need
Elise is there somewheres.
Yeah, we do not need introduction. So,
Nope.
let's do this.
Let's do
Let's
this.
talk about what I'm talking about in terms of introductions to friendships and things like that for business. Often I really appreciate introductions to people, right? I really do.
Right.
Mike actually is a great, like, connector with that. Danielle is awesome. Marlene is awesome. They usually send people to me. Dr. New is awesome at sending me people that she knows I can vibe with, right? Those are amazing people. And then I also watch who are the people that they're actually, sending over to me. I look at that, right? And I'm very grateful for connections, because that's the only way. Now, here's the thing. When you bring connections to me and it's on my peripheral, I do my due diligence to spend time looking at their profile, because there's nothing worse than me trying to contact them or respond like, yeah, let's do coffee chat. And then we do coffee chat. I have no idea what this person is. It's your job to do diligence, okay, to look up the profile of the person that you're supposed to be having coffee chat with. They'll be like, tell me about yourself. Oh, I didn't know you do that. Dude, that was my tagline. Like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, what is happening here? And I get offended. I'm like, dude, I worked so hard on that tagline and you didn't even read it. What's going on here? So that's what I'm feeling. Now, talk to me about an excerpt, a little bit of an excerpt of your book. Let's talk about that, because I think that's appropriate for introductions to people and knowing the people.
Well, it's a two-pronged thing, because what's important is we have to know ourselves. We have to know who we're looking to connect with, who the people are that we really know we're going to vibe with. And oftentimes that also means we kind of understand who's not going to be the right vibe. And then you've got those who are making the connections, and there are times when they learn this sliver about us. They know something about us, and so then that's basically the only people that they connect us to, are ones that fit that sliver of who we are. And then it kind of becomes difficult, because we know who it is we're looking for. We know who we connect with, and that's who we want. It's like, just because you can put me in this box does not mean that I align with any or all the people in that particular box.
Yeah. Why don't you read your chapter a little bit? Mm-hmm.
So you want that little bit of quote?
Yes, please.
So within my chapter, and it's right there. It's like, what does it mean to thrive in life's gray zone? Which, to me, that's actually where all the color is, not outside of the gray zone. So this couple of paragraphs that I wrote, So what does it mean to thrive in the gray zone? One way is to understand that there are times when those in our situation are not the right ones to connect with. Once someone learns a certain part of my story, they often offer to introduce me to people they know. Not being one to turn down potential connections and hopeful future collaborators, I accept, only to find they've selected people from a specific group I never felt a connection with just because of a sliver of who I am. When they find out my true self doesn't align with my shell, they assume I want to meet similar people. Yet those introductions usually turn sour quickly as I feel no connection with them and no sense of belonging. Think of a person, we'll call her Judy, who could be viewed as being part of a group inside box A. Within that box is a diverse group of people, not unlike the diversity of the country itself. Judy could be viewed as part of a small subgroup of people in the box, yet feels no connection to them or anyone in the box as a whole. However, she's only funneled to meet people in box A because those doing the connecting seem to think that if her, whatever it is, that sliver of her, places her inside that box, then she must obviously want to connect with anyone in that box, since they're all viewed as being the same. However, Judy feels no sense of belonging or safety in that box or with that group, has never seen herself as part of that community. This is why it's important to know yourself first, no matter where you are.
Okay, here's a challenge. Interpret that in like one sentence. Creative thinking.
Creative thinking. Just because I am neurodiverse does not mean that I want to go meet every neurodiverse person in the world, because I don't align with all of them. I align with a specific group. Some are neurodiverse, some aren't.
Yeah. Here's the thing that you guys gotta know is that I think I've learned now, okay, LinkedIn is a funny place, really funny place. It's because we've learned to accept and move on certain things. People will scream on top of their lungs, I am heart centered. And then you get to find out months later, by the way, you don't really get to find out people until you hang out with them more often outside of LinkedIn, right? Some are in real life and some are just online friendship, but those online friendship can help you so much in your life. Like you and Danielle have not really met. I've introduced you guys to each other, but she has become our third leg, literally, right? And we haven't met Dr. New, and we have become our fourth leg. Like that's just somebody that we care for, right? And it's really hard to trust people to bring into any of the circle if it's a double-edged sword if we already have been hurt in the past, right? And we're sensitive to that because we've seen people over and over and over again. I feel like I have this invisible tag on my forehead, like a hashtag that I'm not seeing, but you guys are seeing, like she's a sucker. I feel like that's the hashtag I have on my forehead. Because I do love people, but I am very careful and I see people and it's all about vibe. I see people's attitudes and characters, and sometimes I just don't know like what the label is and what the I don't need to label it, but sometimes you do need to recognize what it is, right? To move on past beyond that. Sometimes I feel like, oh, there's something going on with that person. I just can't figure out what. And then months later, okay, we figure out what. Like, right?
Right.
We feel that vibe. And sometimes I love our circles because I said, hey, can you guys, sisters, tell me if I'm going nuts or if I'm going crazy, I'm feeling this with this person and I really have minimal interaction, but I'm just feeling this weird, icky vibe. How do you feel? Sometimes you
Right.
guys were like, CJ, I'm feeling the same, or CJ, you need to give them a little chance, right? To do
Right.
that. And my empathetic side do come in. I think it's that judgmental, stereotypical black and white part of me because I was raised that way also. So it's a journey for me to self-discovery, to like not judge people right away. But my comfort zone is to judge you. That's literally my comfort zone. I'm like, oh no, no. Like, but then I have to think about it. I'd be like, okay, well, what if people already judge you all the time? Like, oh, I'm not talking to CJ because she wears pink hair. Or my students judge me all the time sometimes when I used to come into class and I would have, red hair. And they're like, what can I possibly learn from this person? She can't possibly be more than 20 years old. And we're talking doctoral programs here. I literally been up and down with students from international and coming in. And literally what I told you is like, hey, you either come in and find out, or I'd be happy to sign your slip to get out of my class. Because I will not mince words. I'd be like, you can get out. The door is literally open. But once I close that door, I'm not opening it. Because at that point, you're disturbing my flow. And they looked at me like, what? I'm like, yep. Do you have your slip? I'd be happy to sign it. Bye. Right? That's just who I am. It's because I want to help people where they need to be. My physical appearance has nothing to do with how I feel and what I'm thinking. Nothing. Right? It's not a reflection of who I am. This is what I see myself in the mirror. Vibrant, pink, makeup, colorful, because it makes me happy. It's not for you. It's for me.
I think a lot of people they don't always get that, because I know a couple other gals who their focus, some people just see that they're only in fashion, but they're not. They understand that what we wear, how we feel in what we wear and how we look, whether we have makeup on or not, it's part of who we are, and it's part of what gives us confidence to go into the day and get the things done that we want to get done.
Yeah. Okay. So Mike is like, she's Dr. Pepper and I'm Mr. Pibb. Who is she? Me? I do like Dr. Pepper. And then Olivia said, Mike is Mr. Mint, Peppermint. Olivia, we don't have a peppermint drink. Okay. So,
Careful, he might create it.
Wait, what?
He might create it, and then we'll have it.
Oh, yeah.
With a
I was
big
just talking,
picture of Mike on it.
right? I was just talking. Oh my God, that would be so cool. Like peppermint fuzz with like camo hat.
With the camo hat, that's right. A
Oh
can
no.
with a camo hat.
Yes. Or like a Coca-Cola bottle, but instead of like this silhouette of like this, it just be a square bottle with a camo everything.
See, now we're creative thinking.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Olivia. Bro, we love you. You know it, right? You know it. And we love Mike and we like teasing him. Ollie is right. Oh, see? He agrees too. Let me tell you.
Olivia's got it.
Right? He agrees to it. Alex from Belgium. Okay, stop saying chocolate. You still owe me chocolate, okay? For sure. Ooh, thank you for sharing those 5. Of course. Those are 5 tips. So, oh, hi, sister. Okay, so Sister Crystal actually has her book out on Amazon. And her book is about... Sister Crystal, you want to tell us what your book's about? I haven't really read it yet. I haven't even bought it yet. I'll be honest with you. But I know that it's all about transformation, right? And she also created swag for it. She even has she sent me a picture of her and Matt matching t-shirt. You guys are so cute. so cute. And then she sent me a pink cat. And I was like, ooh, I love pink cats. So thank you for sharing that. I love getting some information on what you guys are doing. Please do share. Maybe we'll have a thing that says gossip area. We're just gonna create that gossip area. What's the tea today? Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Oh, I just thought about something. Creative thinking. We do have to have gossip area. Who's gonna be with me? um, think about it. We have like gossip Saturday or something. Like, so tonight's tea is and so and so had a book, but they had this tiff. Or like what do you call that? Not entertainment or news. It's something else. Maybe we'll have that. I don't know. Holy cow. What kind of cow? Crystal. I know. It's so amazing. She created that. Yes, hello. Sister, type in what your book is all about. I love the pink shadow, Sister Susannah. Oh, wow. So you can't see my shadow? Thanks. I am not picking up your phone call tonight. Bye. Bye. Talk to the him. Yes. I love your beautiful flower headband. Oh, you like that? Actually, creative. This is actually my earphones. I put some pearls on my headphones. It's my headphones. So if you see that, it's just me. I can't handle boring people. I just can't handle boring. It's just not happening. If I go to a networking event and everyone's quiet, I literally get loud for a reason. And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" They're like, "CJ, I'm next to you." I'm like, "I know, but we need energy. Like, we need energy. What is happening?" Susannah, that's just who I am. Camera in, camera out. I'm just loud. Thanks for supporting all of us. Of course. Oh, speaking of support, if you are if you're a Hound member, if you're not in the Hounds, just ignore this message. But if you're a Hounds member, and if you want to be in the Hounds, talk to Mike Eshabrenna. I feel like I need to be like having a French accent tonight. Oliver, you're in my head right now. This is not good. Because then I'd be like talking that way for the rest of the evening. Only to Sister Susannah, though, not to Sister Danielle, because, she's biased tonight with pink shadows. But anyway, I'm never going to let that go, just to let you know. For those of you who are in the Hounds, we do have a publicity hub in there. And I will be cleaning that up, right? So if you guys watching this and if you have a show, I will be cleaning it up. If you are on people's shows, like you guys have the same 10 o'clock show and the same day, the same time, one of you is going to be off. I will contact both of you and just see what you could do, be flexible. So that I will be doing. I also will be doing classes and courses on publicity and publicity awareness on how to do that. So for example, Mike, Susannah, Kofi, Jacqueline, right? These are the people who are already in major coverage for magazines, right? Or even news. So now that you have that, you're like, what do I do with it? That costs a lot of money. What do I do with it, right? That you will use as a differentiator between you and your said competition, whoever that is, right? Because if there's a lot of people who are storyteller or branding people or publicity or a publisher. I'm like publisher and publicity. Okay, whatever. My accent's weird. I wanted you guys to know how to do that in terms of branding. Also, not all social media is good for your business. Not all press releases in terms of your niche is good for you as well. So I want to make sure that you guys can see that differentiators. I will be teaching that class for free only for the Hounds member. So if you're a Hounds, that's I'm just saying. Also, the Hounds business community also get to skip a line. Yes, my I think I'm closing in almost in September for my calendar. So if you wanted to chat with me and you accidentally cancel it, unfortunately, I won't be able to talk to you until about around August, September. So keep that in mind. If you're a Hounds member and you made an appointment with me, the Zoom link is just docleland.com, right? If you want to get a hold of me. If you don't have an appointment and you try to go to docleland.com, doesn't mean you're coming in. I'm just saying you could be there hanging out for a while, right? Because I'm not there. If you have no appointment as well. But that's really where my Zoom link is, right? So that is for the Hounds member. Now, dear sister, talk to me about how to explore new dimensions and creative thinking. You are a writer, both independent, fantasy, self help, anthologies, right? How do you pick and choose what topic you're going to be writing about? What are some of your creative process?
For me, the first thing is going to be, what am I interested in? I know there's a lot of people out there who will say, you have to look over what people are reading and that's what you write. Well, the problem that I see, for me anyway, is if I try to write to somebody else's stuff, I'm probably writing something I'm not comfortable writing. And then it's just not going to work. To flow for me, it has to be what I have interest in. I've got my science fiction series, 3 of them in the same universe. I've got the fantasy series. I've got what I've been writing within all these different anthologies that we've done. It's just so many. And then at one point here, I know the Duenbrook is going to show up, and I'm going to bring the Lady Guardians of Duenbrook into the publishing world at some point, because it's, quite frankly, what I write is really a part of me. So when I write, especially with main characters, I often write as the main character when I'm writing my stories, when I'm writing whatever I'm doing. The nonfiction that's coming up, I've got an Armor of God series that is in the works. And I've got another short series I'm looking to do for publishing of Move Beyond Boxes and Shine, to build that out for people to have a better understanding of. Part of the creativity is there's a lot. So how do I whittle down what I focus on now versus what's next, and then next, and then next, so that I don't let the creative process, all the ideas, bog me down. I need to pick something, take whatever really drives me, and run with it.
That's the thing. Once you start writing, you get so addicted to writing, right? I'm working on my memoir. I've been saying that for the last 6 months. I think it's just hard for me because it's just a painful experience for me, kind of digging up my past. And I don't really like, I'm not the type of person that likes to rehash pain. It hurts me more than it probably should. I don't know why, but I am like that person.
I know exactly what you mean on that. And
Yeah.
for what you're writing, especially with a memoir, especially something that's personal. And we talk about this with our authors on the anthologies, especially when it's a personal story. It's not uncommon to get hit by something that you didn't expect. And you just need to let yourself see it, observe it, write down what you need to, and then let it go. Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah. I
Waiting
was
for you to
like,
get to that one.
ooh. Okay, when you say the word let it go, it's like a little trigger. Like I would feel like singing, let it go. Let
Exactly.
it
I knew it
wait.
was coming.
Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Oh my gosh. Okay, making a fool of myself with over 18. Whoa, almost 2,000 people here, sister. Okay, I'm gonna behave.
Exactly.
Like,
No,
I
you're
gotta,
not. You're going to be you. And that's the most important thing. You have to be, that's another piece of the writing. You've got to be your authentic self. That's
that's
what I
so
say.
funny.
You can't write based on what somebody tells you have to write, because if you can't do it authentically, it's not going to work. That's why
No.
I do much better with what I write. That's why I have both of those blue ribbons, because I was writing things that resonated, that were a part of me. When my creativity is what I'm passionate about, what I really want to write about, that's what happens. Those honorable mentions and the first place awards. And
That's
those
right.
weren't for manuscripts. Those weren't even
That's right.
published.
Yeah, exactly. Because they recognize talent. Leo, I think you're my favorite person now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you that. And Mike is like, "Ooh, I like positive gossip." Yeah, why do we have negative gossip? We should. I literally am super thinking about it. I don't know if I want to do a live or like an audio room. It's called positive gossip. Ooh, Mike, thanks for that creative title. Right. And what I really want to do is create like you just submit your I'm gonna have to hire an assistant. You're gonna submit your information, like your link and your book title, on what your book is all about, and we're gonna have every author. I don't care. There's no like, oh, you didn't publish it for me. I don't care. It's just more talking about what's going on in the community, right, of writers, and I think we should do that. So I'm thinking about that. Once I clean
Well,
up the house, I think we should do the audio room on Saturdays about positive gossip.
well,
Um,
speaking of links, didn't we have something out there for the anthology and links and creative ways of talking about chapters that people would write?
yeah, yeah. Well, especially your anthology that's coming up, led by you. Our anthology is coming up on May 1st, so you
Uh-huh.
all need to get going with that. Um, thank you for offering that exclusive. Of course, right? Because we are a group, Mike, and group is made out of people. That's what I'm saying. Like when you say I'm heart centered, you show it. Show it by action. Don't talk about it. What do you do for the group? Nothing, 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 nothing. Stop talking about being heart centered. Like for real, right? Oh, see, Oliver, let it go. Let it go.
We've gone down the squirrels again.
Oh gosh. Oh, speaking of that, oh my god, we're hitting 2500. Do you see that?
I see that.
Oh, maybe the singing. You sing now. Oh no, wait, 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 wait. So Susanna's birthday is on Tuesday. I'm gonna sing happy birthday. Ready, 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 ready. Okay. Wait, let me drink my tea. Let me drink my tea. Izzy and Mike already sang. So I don't have an ensemble. Obviously, I'm by myself. And I'm tired with a migraine. So this is the best you can get. Ready? Happy birthday, sister. Happy birthday, sister. Happy birthday, dear sister. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Thank you.
See, I even did the shake, shake, shake like the Macarena. I'm telling you,
Oh,
I'm going crazy.
now we're going back a little bit with the Macarena.
Oh my god, we love the real Dr. CJ. Yeah, the crazy one that doesn't care about nothing. But I really do care. Yay, 2K views, new record. Seriously, that is new record. We hit almost 2500. That was crazy. Oh my god, he copyrighted that title, so you owe him $10. Who copyrighted Mikey?
Who knows? Mikey probably thinks he
Oh,
copyrighted
positive
something.
gossip. Positive gossip, right? Speaking of copyright, you didn't really write it. I just gave you credit. So it is now open source. I'm just saying, if you're going to go down the law. Oh, I'm going to clone this idea. Good audio ship, right? Yeah, I'm going to do a positive gossip. Ollie, let's do an audio room like late night positive gossip show. Ooh, I love that. Just not the weirdos, okay? Because we need good vibes. Heart centeredness that matters requires action. No kidding, right? We are so done with talking. We need actionable steps. And I don't like sneakiness. Stop your sneakiness. We see you. We see you. Okay. We're not stupid. We are busy. That's all. It doesn't mean we don't see you. Oh man. It was the pink shadow. Sure. You're trying to back down there. Leo's still my favorite person right at this moment. Just saying, sister. Just saying. That's not fair. Life is not fair. Who said that? I don't even know who said that. Chocolate. Oh God, Olivia. Okay, sister, bring us back before I go anywhere else.
we hey, between the two of us, we could go anywhere because
we need to bring ourselves back. Okay,
we both got it. So,
what is your tip or tips for exploring new dimensions in creative thinking?
think about what is your passion? What is your interest? And start writing. And don't let what other people tell you it has to be the way that you write. It's just like those boxes. Don't let people stick you in a box and say, you have to be this way, you have to write this way, you have to do this, when you know at your core, you know who you are, you know what you're interested in, you know what you want to write. You know the creativity that is just ready to burst like Mount St. Helens. Like you're ready to spew your words onto the paper, onto the computer screen, create something that's just a story, something that just, as long as it calls to you, it's going to call to other people too. So don't let others tell you how to do things. Experiment with your writing, experiment with ideas. I think that's why I really love fantasy and science fiction, because you can do anything in those. And quite frankly, you can even, one of the best things, it was, I can't remember her name now, but the Ansible is this, it was created as a way to speak across light years without the drag on time. And I can't remember, she was a Portlander too. But she just created it, and suddenly other people started picking up and using it because she created the idea, the design, it made sense, and then other authors started to use it too, or create something similar. So be creative in how you write, what you write, and own it.
Yeah, and I love that. Now, in terms of our book, the Beyond Boundaries book, you can buy it now back again. My sister here reminded me, of course, before I forget, is that it is still on Kindle, so you can still buy it on Kindle for $7.99, I believe. But our book is now available here. Now, keep in mind that most of those money doesn't go to me; it goes to the printing people, and then some of those goes to me because we're trying to buy trees for my co-authors, right? I'm gonna end this with quote, so hopefully your sister will have his quote. And my quote is literally about publicity. And if you really think about creative ways to represent yourselves and your messaging, is sometimes it's not just you doing it alone, because that's exhausting, but having people to represent you in a light where how they see you. The problem is not everybody sees you for you. Some people see you for a sliver of you. So you got to be careful on those, right?
Right.
So this is from Richard Branson's quote. Publicity is absolutely critical. Okay, Richard Branson owns the island of Banwa in Philippines, the $100,000 a night resort. This Richard Branson. He said publicity is absolutely critical. A good PR story is infinitely more effective than just a front page ad, right? So if you get an ad somewhere in your local store, like, I'm doing this business, but it's not a good PR story, it's not where the people need to see it, your effort is just really moot at that point, right? It's just not going to go anywhere. For PR and publicity, I write your article. So that means I can't just write it without getting to know you. I'm pretty good in judgment of character and also making sure that when I write something, I give it back to you, right? And then you can decide what you want to change, what you want to add on how I view you. So that's the good thing is we are in a team, right? And I'm always continuously improving as well on my writing in terms of academic versus press release versus, anthology versus something else. I can switch my brain now. There's a lot of switches in my brain now, which I love exercising my brain on those. Now, Sister Susannah, take us out on your quote for the day.
Quote for the day. I feel like going right back to General Patton because it's one that it's one that it's resonated with me for so long, and he's got his principles. And General Patton said, "The test of success is not how well you do, but how high you bounce after you hit bottom." And that's paraphrasing a little bit, but basically, if you're having difficulties right now, the success is really how high you can bounce when you hit the bottom. A lot of people, they have success, they just keep doing fine, but we have those moments where we drop, and always be willing to step back and allow yourself to hit bottom, but then bounce right back up.
I love that. It's just, we just like, okay, we fell. Okay, now let's go. I'd be like, hold on one sec. I told my husband, if there's a zombie apocalypse, I am bringing 5 lipsticks: Christian Dior, MAC lipstick, Huda Beauty. I can like Tarte, right? Like all my pink shadow lipsticks and red, those I'm bringing in. The rest, I don't care. My lashes, who cares? I'm Asian. I don't have lashes anyway. I put fake lashes on all day long. I don't care. But lipstick, that makes a big difference to me, right? Because I can use it for blushing, for shadow, for my lips. I'm good. But in the zombie apocalypse, I will be bringing lipstick, 5 of them. I have my favorites for sure. Thank you guys. Right here is the QR code for Susannah Dawn Writers Anthology, May 1st. Sister, should we give away one today? We gave one to Mike last time. Should we give one today or should we do it just one next week? What do you think?
I don't know. It does seem like it was fairly busy today between 3 people. We need to get lots of people involved.
Yeah, we're going to do it next week. So you guys can invite your friends to come over and give us some conversations. But thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. We love you. And bye for now. See you next week, Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.